moving on really swiftly, let's talk about the serious matters of the African Union. Now, Nikita Kering was an artist, among others, who was representing the specific nation of Kenya. Yeah. And specifically speaking about CMOs. CMOs, in case you do not know, are basically the platforms that they're called collective management organizations, and they are bodies that are mandated to collect royalties for artists, whether the music is being played on TV, the music is being played at an event, the music is being played, literally the music is being played anywhere else without necessarily their consent, people have to pay. So CMOs are supposed to collect this money, and an example of a CMO we all know about is MCSK, which is notorious for sending artists royalties of 2 Kenya shillings, 2 shilingi mbili, 10 shillings, shilingi kumi. How are you sending Sauti Sol, one of the biggest artists, during that time, you're sending them 10 bob, them and Calligraph Jones? My God. Others include PRISC, which is the Performance Rights Society of Kenya, and Kenya Association of Music Producers. It's called CAMP. Now, she was very, very clear on her perspective about all of this. According to her, she said that these CMOs are not championing for the artists. In fact, they are doing the complete opposite, which is underpaying and under declaring what the royalties are for separate artists, for different artists. And she's in her quote on the caption for the picture that she posted when she was at the AU. She said, "Today I represented Kenyan artists at the African Union headquarters to address the unfair pay from CMOs and digital platforms to push for a stronger AU support in protecting our intellectual properties." She said that it's so funny how other DSPs like Spotify, Apple Music, and the rest, that's where actually artists from Kenya are paid. Artists are paid because of these out of the nation, basically international platforms. Can you imagine your own country is refusing to pay you, and then some company made from the US is paying you like a big one? You've seen people talking about how they're earning upwards of millions in Kenya shillings from one album, from one song, depending on how many streams you have. And Nikita Kering is one of those artists who is largely played in this country. In fact, she's one of the top, if not the top, female artists in this country. So it would be very unfair that if you're sitting down and waiting for your royalties from PRISC or any of the other CMOs, unapata 2 shillings on mobile money. Imagine, you're excited, royalties zimekuja, zimefika, only to see 2 shillings. Surely insane. So yeah, she says that the AU needs to come in and support artists and help with, streamlining these CMOs and how the collections, how they collect the money, declaration of what actual royalties were for people, and just like maybe even putting caps, like put a cap on how much money you can actually release to an artist. It's so funny that you have to go and collect data from another website, whereas the person who's supposed to be collecting the data for you is not, just so they can undercut you. That is wildly wicked. Such an embarrassment, but so glad she was still working hard to represent not just herself, but other artists.
Yeah, I think it's very unfair when the people who are not involved in your blood, sweat, and tears want to profit off of it. I remember there's a time Calligraph had posted a screenshot that he got like 8,000 bob. And I'm like, Calligraph Jones,
that's crazy.
8,000. Another time Obina posted he was sent 231 shillings. And I'm like, you guys, the blood, sweat, and tears, the pain that you have to endure dealing with promoters at events, studio time. There's no free studio session. You have to pay for it. The things you encounter. We had
promotion and marketing.
Yeah, this girl. I keep forgetting her name. She was signed under Kaka Empire. I'm not sure if
Bridget Blue.
No, Kaka Empire. I'm not sure if she is still. But when the Didi case was ongoing, she actually made a vague comment and said,
yeah, I saw her.
Yes, Wangeshi.
Yes,
and
yes,
she
yes,
made a vague
Wangeshi.
comment talking about how one
Didi.
day we will expose the Kenyan Didi. And I'm like, artists are going through so much exploitation. They finally put their work out there only for them to be undercut by somebody else who wants a piece of their, of their hard work. It makes absolutely no sense. And to Wangeshi,
Girl, spill.
Tell us.
Okay.
You know, like, say
Spill.
it. You have the platform. Nobody's gonna bitch you. I mean, you're a grown ass woman. You're a grown
woman.
girl. Like, so tell us.
Get that information out there.
Because, you know, sometimes when you put out vague statements like that, people interpret whatever they want to interpret.
Speculations are made.
And they speculate and they pinpoint people. So instead of hurting many people, tell us who it is.
Say it with your whole chest.
With your whole chest,
Say it with your whole chest.
Yo. Hey. Hata Kenya kuna Didi. Wow.